Good morning, Philadelphia Eagles fans, and good morning, NFL fans, to week 14 of the 2018 football season. Well, this week, our Philadelphia Eagles and myself travel down to Dallas, Texas, in a huge game that defines our entire season, and a battle for first place in relevancy, the NFC East, and in this year's playoffs. On Sunday night-ish, it's going to be 3:25 there, 4:25 here in the East Coast. I'm excited about that, but first and foremost, let's start off this way. Today, as I tape this video on December 7th, we're actually also getting prepared for the Army-Navy game tomorrow. December 7th, of course, being the anniversary for Pearl Harbor. The attacks from the Japanese to the United States, World War II. I myself, a Navy guy that served in Pearl Harbor 70 years later, 60 years later, on a nuclear-powered submarine. But let's keep things in perspective. Yes, we're about to play a game, a football game between Dallas and Philadelphia. We don't like each other per se on the football field, and that's all fun and games. But let's keep things in perspective. We're all on the same team, just like Army and Navy. We're all on the same team. We all believe in the freedoms of this country and what people have sacrificed to allow us to have those freedoms. So even at a time this weekend when we're going to be yelling and screaming at each other, let's keep things in perspective and let's do it respectfully as Americans together. That being said, it is hype time. Like I told you before, tomorrow I will actually be in the air flying to Dallas, Texas, as my Eagles, I believe, are going to beat the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm going to tell you exactly the reason why. I was at the game a couple of weeks ago, November 11th, where we lost 27-20. There were no excuses. Dallas played a better game than us, but I believe there's ways that we can improve on what we did that day. We've gained a couple of things back, people are healthy back, and we can clean up our mistakes and come away with a much-needed victory. Ezekiel Elliott just absolutely killed us last game. His running was tough. He even jumped the guy, almost scored a touchdown there, and Dak was able to throw to him outside of the backfield the way he scored one of the touchdowns. The screen game absolutely killed us last game. Some just on regular plays, some where Dallas was able to convert on long third down plays like 3rd and 15 multiple times. Absolutely killed us. They got decent pressure on Dak, but there was times where he was able to have too much time to pass. And our corners, we were absolutely decimated, more so than now. A cornerback going up against Gallup and Amari Cooper and Beasley, that proved costly at the end, where we lost 27-20. Tried to come back in the last second and ran off the last 11 seconds with a pitch pass from Zach Ertz to Golden Tate that did not work out. Not a good game. Not a good game at all. The cool thing about this is our season's not over. We're sitting at 6-6 at that time. It looked like a couple weeks ago that we're dead in the water at 4-6, and we're going to miss the playoffs, and we weren't even going to be relevant at this time anymore. Right off 2 victories against our division, against the Giants and against Washington. Now we're sitting 1 game behind Dallas, where if we win this game, we're going to have a better divisional record, and we'll be in the lead because of tiebreakers in the NFC East. Yes, sure, I get it. Having tough games come against the Rams, against Houston, and Washington still not to give me. They're going to have a better game plan with Mark Sanchez. Yeah, he wasn't expected to play on Monday night. With McCoy breaking his leg, they had to throw him in. So we don't have any gimmies coming up, and I get it. I totally get it. But we have to focus on 1 game at a time. We have corners that are coming back now, like, Rasul Douglas is playing and Sidney Jones is playing. So we're getting people back. Tim Jernigan, defensive line, that we need to get pressure on Dak Prescott. But we also need to have a solid run defense, and we need to be run blitzing to stop Zeke, but also to get right in Dak's face. Because he made some mistakes before, but we were not able to capitalize. Going on to the offensive side of the ball, Golden Tate is more familiar now with our offense. When he first came in, yeah, we thought immediately he was just going to torch him like he did when he was on Detroit, and that didn't happen whatsoever. But now he's more familiar with our offense, so look for him to have a bigger game against Dallas. We get Darren Sproles back. Getting Darren Sproles back is huge for us because now we're trusting our running game a whole lot more. Josh Adams is running, I think, more than 40 times the last 2 games. Corey Clement, we've trusted him last year, especially during the Super Bowl, so if we can run him more. But now having Darren Sproles back, now we have a legitimate guy in our own screen game to be effective. So looking for that as well. Hey, good morning. But Carson Wentz has been very well in the last couple of weeks. Hasn't been making crazy mistakes anymore. And we're looking for him to not make those mistakes against Dallas's linebackers. Sean Lee is coming back. Now normally that wouldn't be a good thing for us, but Van Der Esch, I have to give Dallas credit. This is where I'm a football guy, so I'm not just going to be dumb and say, oh, Dallas stinks. But Van Der Esch is potentially a defensive rookie of the year. With Sean Lee coming back, I think they're going to sit him, which I actually like. I actually like them sitting Van Der Esch because that guy had an interception against us last game. Smith in the middle, he's been playing very well. With Sean Lee coming back, I want us to test him, to see how healthy he actually is. To test him with our tight ends, and test him with our running game, for us to continue to trust our running game. Yes, they're setting up for the Army-Navy game. Just deal with it. I know it's noisy. Who cares? But we also expect Jason Garrett to be more creative, like he was last time with fake punts. And not expect the same old, because he knows potentially his job is on the line. If he doesn't come out with a victory, and now they look like they're trying to win the NFC East. And last but not least, one of our linebackers, Bridger Hill. You pretty much have to have the game of your life. Because if you're going to talk trash against another team, and yes, I know, us in Philadelphia, we love the idea of the Dallas Cowboys choking. Yes, we do. The fact is, we have to give them a level of respect for right now leading the NFC East. The game hasn't been played yet. And the last time they played us in our home, they beat us. So yes, do I want to see Dallas choke? Yes, I do want to see Dallas choke. I'm going to be down there yelling my head off and helping make that happen. Like Camu, Guru, Hill, however you say your sticking name, you better have the game of your life. Because as you talk trash, we're dealing with that down here in Philadelphia. And we bleed green, so you better believe all those Cowboys fans that come out of the woodwork now that they're good, we're going to hear from all of them. We don't seal the deal and come away with a victory. So we're going down to Dallas. Woo! I can't explain to you how excited I am. But we better do this. We better come away with a victory. And we better lead the NFC East for the rest of the season. So it's put up or shut up time down in Dallas, Texas on Sunday afternoon. Our Birds 6-6, Dallas 7-5. We want to tie this thing up for the season. Have the tiebreaker and then get rolling, keep rolling, have a 3-game winning streak and head it out to LA to face the Rams. But we got to take it one step at a time and focus one thing at a time. And that's beat the Dallas Cowboys. And as we do down here in Philly, I don't care how cold it is, let's do this. Go Birds, baby. E-A-G-L-E-S, Eagles. Go Birds, baby. Beat Dallas and go Navy. Beat Army. Woo!